Ever wonder what's really going on inside your body? Today, we're diving deep into a topic that affects millions, often silently: fatty liver disease. You might have heard the term, but do you know what it actually means for your health? Stick around, because what you learn today could be a game changer. So, what is fatty liver? Simply put, it's when too much fat builds up in your liver cells. Your liver is a powerhouse, a superstar organ that does over 500 vital jobs, from filtering toxins out of your blood to helping you digest food and store energy. A little bit of fat in the liver is normal, but when that fat makes up more than 5 to 10% of your liver's weight, we've got a problem. This condition is officially called hepatic steatosis. There are two main types. First, there's alcoholic fatty liver disease, which, as the name suggests, is caused by heavy alcohol consumption. But the one we're really focusing on today, because it's becoming incredibly common, is non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, or NAFLD for short. This is the type that happens to people who drink little to no alcohol. It's often linked to things like being overweight or obese, having high blood sugar or type 2 diabetes, and high levels of fats like cholesterol and triglycerides in your blood. Think of it as a silent alarm bell from your body, telling you your metabolic health might be in trouble. Now, for the really important part, what happens if you have it? In the early stages, honestly, not much. That's the tricky part about NAFLD. It's often called a silent disease because most people have no symptoms at all. You might feel perfectly fine. Sometimes people report feeling a bit tired or having a dull ache in the upper right side of their abdomen, where the liver is, but these symptoms are so general they're easy to dismiss. This is why it often gets discovered by accident, maybe through a routine blood test that shows elevated liver enzymes, or an ultrasound done for a completely different reason. So if there are no symptoms, why worry? Because if left unchecked, that simple fat buildup can start to cause inflammation. This more serious stage is called non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, or NASH. Think of it like this. The excess fat is irritating your liver cells, causing them to become inflamed and damaged. This is a crucial turning point. When your liver cells are continuously damaged, your body tries to heal itself. And how does it do that? By creating scar tissue. This process is called fibrosis. Imagine getting a cut on your skin. It heals and leaves a scar. The same thing happens inside your liver. A little bit of scarring might not cause too many problems, but if the inflammation and damage continue year after year, more and more scar tissue forms, replacing healthy, functioning liver cells. As this scarring becomes more widespread and severe, we enter a very dangerous stage called cirrhosis. Cirrhosis is a word you've probably heard before, and it's serious. When you have cirrhosis, your liver is so scarred that it can't do its job properly. The scar tissue hardens the liver and shrinks it, making it difficult for blood to flow through. This can lead to a whole host of severe complications. For example, pressure can build up in the veins that lead to the liver, a condition called portal hypertension. This can cause fluid to leak into your abdomen, creating a condition called ascites, which makes your belly swell up. It can also cause veins in your esophagus and stomach to enlarge and potentially burst, leading to life-threatening internal bleeding. A cirrhotic liver also struggles to filter toxins from the blood. When toxins like ammonia build up, they can travel to your brain and cause confusion, drowsiness, and slurred speech. This is a serious condition known as hepatic encephalopathy. Furthermore, people with cirrhosis are at a much higher risk of developing liver cancer. The constant cycle of damage and repair can cause errors in the cell's DNA, leading to cancerous growths, and eventually the liver can fail completely. At this point, the only life-saving option is a liver transplant. This all sounds incredibly scary, and it is. The journey from simple fatty liver to liver failure can take years, even decades. But the progression isn't inevitable. The good news, the really fantastic news, is that in the early stages, fatty liver disease is reversible. Yes, you heard that right. You can turn things around. Your liver has an amazing ability to repair and regenerate itself. If you catch it at the simple fatty liver or even the early inflammation stage, you can halt and even reverse the damage. So, how do you do that? The number one treatment for NAFLD isn't a magic pill. It's lifestyle changes. The most effective strategy is weight loss. Losing even just 5 to 10% of your body weight can dramatically reduce liver fat, inflammation, and even early scarring. This doesn't mean you have to go on some extreme, miserable diet. It's about making sustainable changes. Let's talk about food. Focus on a balanced diet rich in whole foods. Think fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. Healthy fats, like those found in avocados, nuts, and olive oil, are your friends. What you need to cut back on are processed foods, sugary drinks, and refined carbohydrates, like white bread and pastries. Sugar, especially fructose, is a major driver of liver fat. So cutting out soda and other sweet drinks can make a huge difference all by itself. Next up is exercise. You don't have to become a marathon runner overnight. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise like brisk walking, cycling, or swimming most days of the week. Exercise not only helps with weight loss, but also directly improves insulin sensitivity and reduces liver fat, independent of weight loss. Find an activity you genuinely enjoy, so you'll stick with it. If you have underlying conditions like type 2 diabetes or high cholesterol, getting them under control is crucial. Work with your doctor to manage your blood sugar and lipid levels. And of course, it's wise to avoid things that can further harm your liver. This means limiting or avoiding alcohol, even if your fatty liver isn't alcohol-related. Your liver is already under stress, so don't give it extra work to do. Also, be careful with medications and supplements, as some can be tough on the liver. Always talk to your doctor before starting anything new. The key takeaway here is empowerment. While the potential consequences of untreated fatty liver are severe, you have a tremendous amount of control over the outcome. The progression from a healthy liver to a fatty liver, then to an inflamed one, and finally to a scarred, cirrhotic liver, is a spectrum. By intervening early with diet, exercise, and weight management, you can stop yourself from moving down that path and instead guide your liver back to health. If you're concerned you might be at risk, maybe you're overweight, have diabetes, or just haven't had a checkup in a while, talk to your doctor. A simple conversation and some blood tests can give you a clear picture of your liver health. It is so much better to know what you were dealing with than to let a silent disease progress unnoticed. Your liver is one of the most resilient organs in your body. It works tirelessly for you every single day. The best thing you can do for it is to give it the healthy environment it needs to thrive. The choices you make at the dinner table and in your daily routine are the most powerful tools you have. Thanks for watching today. I hope this gave you a clear understanding of fatty liver, and more importantly, a sense of hope and motivation. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear this message. Don't forget to subscribe for more health content that empowers you to live your best life. Stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.